Tired of Black people bringing race into every conversation? Annoyed at seeing yet another social activist in your feed when you'd rather be watching makeup tutorials? Wish you could be marginalized too so people would pay you some attention? Well, worry no more. We've got just the tool to help you combat the woke mob so you can get back to watching Mike and Molly reruns on CMT in peace. Introducing Deflection Doll. From the people who brought you progress blockers. She'll take the attention off your refusal to educate yourself around race and give you the perfect comeback to woke social justice warriors who want to destroy our country with too much decency.
Quit playing the victim.
Deflection Doll comes pre-programmed with dozens of poorly reasoned reflex responses that quickly dismiss hundreds of years of historical wrongs.
You're playing the race card.
You'll immediately achieve a feeling of moral superiority as you remain securely shielded in your echo chamber of racial ignorance.
This is gatekeeping.
The PC police won't know what hit them. Deflection Doll comes armed with a myriad of bootstrap arguments, logical fallacies, and hidden biases that will keep you and your opponent distracted from the issue at hand indefinitely.
No one's hosing you down in the street. You're not oppressed.
Act now and we'll automatically upgrade you to the all-new White Tears edition. Deflection Doll will turn on the waterworks at the first sign that her privilege and cultural assumptions are being challenged in any meaningful way.
Slavery was 400 years ago.
Order your Deflection Doll today. Cell phone and false police report sold separately.
Ooh, I'm back again. I told you already. I don't make believe. I make believers. Huh? Greetings, family. This is Drummer Boy 1980. Hope you're having a good day today, fam. If not, you know the old adage, the axiom. Ask yourself why, and remember, happiness is an inside job and it will always be an internal affair. Did you catch that, family? I'd like to introduce y'all guys to one of the master teachers. And yes, you heard me right. It's worthy of a repeat. I said a master teacher. This guy is your favorite YouTuber. Some people may catch it, but others may not, all right? This guy, y'all, I'm telling y'all, you need to go check him out at the Black Authority channel, TBA, the Black Authority channel. And he also have another channel called The Business where he talk about power dynamics. It's not relationships, all right? It's called The Business. If I have earned any of y'all trust me on this one, all right? Listen at me clear. I'm being transparent with you. Hear me. It's worth going listening to. You also will get gained up on his Patreon as well. It's worth it, trust me. I'm a Patreon member myself, all right? You heard me. He's one of today's master teachers. I'm talking about from credit, job placement, STEM, politics, relationships, aka power dynamics, all of the above. He's a master teacher. Check him out, all right? But guys, let's jump into this reaction and you finna be blown away. Get your popcorn ready. You know the routine. Let's go.
Okay, what is the most important issue facing Black people today? What's the single most important issue?
Number one, COVID and poverty. Number one. If you can't work, you can't eat. If you're sick, you can't work. So if you don't deal with that first, Jason, then you can't get to the other things you're talking about.
Okay, so I just want to be sure.
I'm about look.
Okay,
Jason,
sir. I'm gonna let you finish talking. Sir, you've done your part. I'm gonna let you finish talking. I just want everyone to understand.
Okay.
This caller just said that he's being honest. Sir, I'm gonna host my program. Stop talking. I will let you finish. Do not try to interrupt the host. I just want everyone to understand. This is the Biden-Harris electorate. This is their constituency. This is the angle that they're coming at. Ain't no white supremacy. That's not the issue. Why they follow behind whatever they're told, like being pulled by like cows by the nose. Why COVID is the most important issue.
Wait a minute, now you characterize.
That's it.
That's not fair.
Sir, I'm repeating your words. I'm repeating your words. You know, you're just slow and didn't think it over. I'm repeating your words. I just asked you what's the most important issue, and you said it. COVID and poverty. That was what you said.
And you're twisting it.
I'm twisting it by repeating it. I'm twisting his words by repeating them. Man, if you don't get on the slow bus. Sir, I'm repeating your words. You said COVID and poverty are the most important issues facing black people.
Yes.
That was what you said.
Number one. I didn't say they were the only things. I said number one.
No, sir. You said it's the most important. That was it. I'm repeating your words from the slow bus chewing your crayons.
Come on, man. Come on,
drinking Elmer's glue. I'm reporting your words. No, sir. No, sir. But things have level. No, but things have level of priority. Do you not comprehend that? Is that too big for you to know?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Absolutely.
and that was
Yes,
why
sir.
I asked you about the levels of priority. I asked you what they were, and you answered it. So don't feel bad because you realized how gullible you were after you said it. You said COVID and poverty.
I'm not feeling bad, and I'm not feeling gullible. So when you hold the insult, how's that a conversation, sir? I haven't insulted you one time.
I'm not calling you gullible is not an insult. It's a statement of fact. Because you're running from your own words now.
How is it a statement of fact? It's a statement of your opinion, brother.
You're running from your own words now. All you have to do is just say COVID and poverty and then stand on it.
I'm saying you can deal with all things. I don't know why you have to take this angle to call people that have voted
because you're telling black folk that white supremacy is not the most important issue facing us. You said that.
Listen,
you said that.
Office, you need to be able to attack all these different things.
Okay, but you have to attack them in level of priority.
You got to take care of COVID.
But you have to attack them in level of priority.
Okay, so if you okay, so take your point, Jason. What you're saying? Let's look at it this way: the Biden-Harris, they're going to be in. Period. Right? All the foolishness aside, they're going to be in, Mr. Jason. So if you say they're going to attack white supremacy first, now I'm asking you this as the host, right? Then how would they do that without getting after COVID too? How do you do that? And people aren't working out here and hungry and starving. How do you do that?
Why are people out here hungry and starving, sir?
Because the Congress won't pass the bill. The Senate and majority leaders sitting on their ass. That's why.
No, sir. No. Explain to me, why are people out here, quote, hungry and starving? What caused it?
The pandemic.
So the pandemic is, so people were not hungry, black folk, and you said people, you didn't say black folks, so you don't even care about black people. You don't talk about black folk, you just talk about people. So you don't, I'm asking about, no, you didn't say the words black. I've been saying black, you haven't been. So don't try to claim it now. I let you talk and talk. You didn't say black, you just kept saying people. So you don't care about black people. You're one of these boule Roland Martin types who sees yourself as an American. I'm a man, I'm a Christian, I'm a lampshade. You don't care about black people.
Why we gotta go to all of that?
No, I'm asking you, why do you? Sir, I'm asking you, why do you? Why is it you don't care about black folk? You're calling into a black program and you care nothing about black people.
I'm a black man myself. Where do you get this from?
Then why is it you didn't say black people?
Sit there and vote for nobody or vote for Trump?
Why is it you? Why are you calling a show? Why are you calling my program a show? First of all, second of all, why are you talking to black people when you don't
call it a podcast?
It's a broadcast, sir. Why are you talking to black people if you're not going to address?
I'm sorry.
If you're not going to specifically address black people, then why are you calling to talk to black people if you don't care about specifically black people's issues?
Okay. Well, okay. Excuse me. My apologies. I'm talking about black people, but also I know encompassed in that is others. But I do know.
Oh, encompassing that is others. So you all understand. This is the mindset of the Kamala Harris Biden voter. You can't think about black folk. Use an American. Use a man. Use a human beings. That's what this is the angle they come at it from. They're not black, they're mankind.
Black people are supposed to be encompassed in that. Where do you get this thing in this philosophy where you going?
Are you saying that you said that black people were hungry and starving because of COVID? Were black people not already hungry and starving before COVID?
Absolutely, under the Trump administration.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Okay, so they only started being hungry and starving since Trump was in office, so the last 400 years we were doing good?
No, we've made incremental gains, and everything we've gotten has been
now, to all the people who are saying I was being rude, understand that every sentence he backs off of it at every single sentence. He has to run from his words at every single sentence. This is the Biden-Harris supporter. This is it right here. If you want to know how they all think, if you want to know the level of intellect they all possess, this is it right here. He is
what would be your
it.
suggestion, sir? Since you're trying to run the game,
I would suggest, sir, I would suggest, sir, you said what we should do.
What do you expect?
First, I suggest that you put down the crayons, watch Sesame Street, get a coloring book, learn how to read and write at a proficient level. Sir, you asked my question. You asked me a question. I can't tell.
I didn't ask you about crayons. What are you talking about, man?
Sir,
come on,
black people have been hungry and sir,
come on, man.
Sir, black people have been hungry and starving since Jamestown.
I'm glad you said sir, because I'm not walking with crayons in my hand, bruh.
I know you're probably walking with the pipe.
Don't do that. I'm not insulting you. I'm talking to you.
Sir, be quiet. Black people have been hungry and starving since Jamestown, and you sat here with your back of the short bus mentality and said it's since Trump.
And what have you been doing?
Sir, the problem has already existed well before now, and you're acting like it's new. This is not new.
What have you been doing?
This is not new. Black people being hungry and starving is not new. But in your mind, it just happened. It just happened in March. Sir, I'm out here trying to stop people like you perpetuating the issue so that we make the real problem the issue. White supremacy. Sir, I want them to vote for black empowerment, not for coons like you.
So what would that look like when you got those two choices?
What it looks like when you have those choices is you vote for politicians who express a specific black agenda. The same way they're out here talking about, sir, I'm going to tell you this one last time. Shut the hell up while I'm talking. You asked a question, I'm answering it. You look like a buffoon because I let you talk. You've already shown how ignorant and stupid you are. I let you talk. And the more you talk, the dumber you look. You asked a question, now listen to how an intelligent man sounds when he talks about an agenda.
Ooh, wait. He's cooking. He about to put the seasoning salt on it in just a few minutes. This guy sound like all lives matter type. You know what I mean? A rising tide lift all boats. That's a bunch of horse manure. So why is people so enamored with this ideal of, I'm just in America, I'm just like everybody else? No, they trying to lock you into a permanent underclass, like Dr. Claude Anderson said. They trying to lock you into a permanent underclass, and most people can't see off the end of their nose. They short-sighted. But you have people like Jason Black that come with the information. And I challenge anybody that's hearing this broadcast, any of you heard me, anybody, don't trust anybody. Go look up the information. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go further than that. I'm gonna do you one better than that. Don't even trust me. Anything that I say, go and look it up. And I stand on that 10 toes down. Anything that I said, go look it up and see whether I'm telling the truth or not. Don't trust nobody. But the problem is you give your trust to the wrong people, but you need to be questioning Biden, Trader Joe, as I call him. Huh? Kamala Harris. I'm not just gonna do that for black people. No! But whenever you look, they literally doing things for the Asian folks, which I have no problem with. They doing things for the LGBT. I have no problem with it. They doing things for the Jewish people. I have no problem with it. But whenever it comes to black minorities, disadvantaged communities, they'll come with all this trickery and this cloaked and dagger, underhand trick bag words. For everybody else, they straight shoot. This here is for the Latino group. This here is for the Asian group. This here is for the Jewish community. Remember this, family. I'm finna bring you down to the ground level. Huh? About to pull your coattail. Remember New York Buffalo, whenever those 10 people got shot up there, right? The government had all type of racial epithets written on the gun. The guy had a 180-page manifesto and all of that. He mentioned Jewish people, but who did he kill? He killed black folks, right? A few days later, if I'm not mistaken, approximately like 4 days later, the Jewish community got an anti-hate bill. Somebody make that make sense to me. Put it in the chat room. Jewish people didn't get killed. Black folks got killed. If that don't make the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, nothing should then. You heard what I said. No, Jewish people did not get harmed. They just mentioned Jewish folks in the manifesto. So whenever people come up and talk and what have you, it's one thing that I don't like. And I'm gonna tell you right from this microphone, this sure 7 right here, you heard me. I don't like coons. I don't like bootlicks, buck dancers, bad wenches, bad bucks, jigaboos. I don't like them. And I mean that. But moving right along.
As black people, we should be voting for black empowerment. If a politician does not specifically say the words, I am here with a black agenda. This is specifically what we need to do for black people. No adding any suffixes or prefixes. No adding any other groups. No trick bag trick words handed to them by their white supremacist liberal elite masters that gullible buffoons like you fall for. The same things that they say to Jews, gays, Arabs, Latinos, the same way that they get when they talk to them, they say specifically, I'm talking to your group. Kamala Harris specifically talked to Indians for Biden and specifically identified herself as South Asian and said what she was going to do for them. Yeah, I want that for black people. And every time we talk about black folk, all of a sudden the language from those politicians changes. They don't talk to us the way they do those other folk. As soon as it's time to talk to us, they start dropping the word black. But they don't drop the word gay when they talk to gays. They don't say we need to take care of all sexualities. It's just gays. That's why I'm sitting here showing you a tweet from Cori Bush saying we need to take trans lives matter. But when it's time to talk about legislation for black people, it suddenly morphs into minorities, people of color, racial justice, all groups, everybody struggling, while folks is out here hungry and starving, just like you said. So, sir, you are that type of treasonous, backstabbing, Trojan horse Negro that we need to stop. So what am I doing? I'm stopping treacherous niggas like you. That's what I'm doing.
Wait a minute. Ho. You called me my name too, man. Come on now. See, I sat there, like you said, about listening, but, you know, like anybody else, like any man, you don't want to be disrespected. I'm listening to you, sir, and you made a point. If somebody's going to sit there and say something, it needs to be very explicit and towards black people. And like you said, not the ifs and the ands and the buts. And I get that. I do get that. But I'm saying this to say we can have that conversation, dialogue without you insulting.
Sir, your very existence is an insult to black men.
How you figure that?
The fact you're breathing air is an insult to us.
How's that?
Because you sat here on your big nigga ass and talking about white supremacy is not the biggest issue black people face, is COVID.
Okay.
And when it has to be explained to you in that way, it has to be said that way. No, sir. You and I are never going to be together. Never. You and I are never going to work together ever because I'm fighting white supremacy and you're a lapdog to white supremacist liberals. We're never going to work together. They wind you up like a doll and then you repeat it. He thinks that
where you been?
He thinks that poverty just happened since the Trump administration. He thinks it's new. He thinks this just happened in the last 4 years.
And you giving them cover by saying that, bruh. You giving them cover by saying that.
Poverty is new. Everybody, black folk, it was COVID. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you know what? You're right. No, you're right. Actually, you're right. I am mischaracterizing what you said. Because you said that all of this was the result of COVID. You didn't say it was the result of white supremacy. You didn't say that. You said black folks are hungry and starving because of COVID. So in the last 8 months.
Telling me I'm an insult because of breathing air, whatever you're doing to man get clickbait. My point was this. I feel like, look.
Buddy, you're not relevant enough for clickbait. You're not relevant enough. Nobody knows who the hell you are. You're not relevant enough for clickbait. You're not. How the hell can you be clickbait? You're not going to drive views, nigga. Nobody knows who you are. Please, get over yourself.
Hey, it's all good. And the fact of the matter is, you were using the N-word. That's a bit of self-hate in itself.
No, sir. No, that is a correct characterization. That's not me talking out of turn. That's correct.
No, man.
That's correct.
All you're doing is borrowing the term.
Okay, you're the one who said that poverty is because of COVID. You didn't say it's because of white supremacy.
And when did I use the N-word? When did I use the
No, sir. I want everybody to understand.
Not at all.
I want everyone to understand.
Like that,
according to this guy, black people were doing fine until COVID. Poverty in the streets is an issue of COVID. You said it. That was what you said. You said it. Now you want to run from your words again.
I said that COVID is a big problem. Number one problem needs to be handled.
Okay, no, sir. I said, why are people?
Get your arms around it,
you said black folk are starving in the street. First of all, you said people. You didn't say black, but I said black folk are starving in the streets. You said, well, it's because of COVID.
Have you seen the research on that, Jason?
Sir.
They're dying more often with the COVID than anybody else. Have you seen that?
Okay, but black people are always the hardest hit. Why?
No, I ain't always.
No, sir. Everything in society hits us harder than everybody else. What you're not explaining is why.
This is a once in a 100-year thing.
No, it's not.
And we're dying at this rate, and you don't want to recognize.
Sir, it's not like black folk are dying any more than they were from the flu.
And that's the problem. You know what? Because you're using that keyword that comes from the right wing, man.
Okay, sir. How many black people are in America? Sir,
because this man is comparing this thing to the flu, and it's deadly.
Simple question.
It's deadly.
Sir, be quiet.
Jokers walking around talking about don't wear a mask.
Sir, be quiet. How many black people live in America?
A good number.
Give me the exact number.
Oh, man, come on, man. What am I, a statistician?
No, sir. Thank you very much. According to the last census, roughly 40 million black people. How many black people have died from COVID?
Oh, I think
give me the exact. No, give me the number. You're so worried about it. Give me the number.
Do you have the number?
Yes, I do.
Do you have the number?
Yes, actually, I do.
What's the number?
No. No. You tell me, because you're telling me that you're telling me it's a crisis. You're telling me it's a crisis. Tell me the number.
Yeah.
Tell me the number.
Yeah, I'm asking.
Sir, no. I'm saying it's no, sir. I'm saying no. I'm refuting you. No, sir. I'm refuting you. If it's a crisis, you should be able to. You're so worried about quote. So many black folk are dying. Is it 4 black people? Or is it 40 million? How many have died, sir? How many?
Wait a minute. You mean how many have?
You're claiming that COVID is such a. You're claiming that COVID is such. You're claiming that COVID is such a crisis. You're claiming that COVID is such a crisis to black people. I'm asking you how many black people have died from COVID if it's a crisis.
Okay, hold on. I don't know the exact number.
Okay, then how can you declare that it's a bigger? Then how can you declare that it's the most pressing issue if you can't even tell us the damn number?
Okay, can I finish? Can I finish? Since you're saying that, here's why I'm gonna answer your question. Because disproportionately, through issues of diet, systemic issues when it comes to food.
So what you're saying is you can't actually justify it. So what you're saying is you're making statements, but you can't actually justify any of them. And this is what makes you people so contemptuous.
If I'm going by trends, sir, Mr. Jason, if I'm going by trends.
But sir, if the trends, if more
certain things like diabetes,
sir, if more people are dying, if more black people are being killed in auto accidents than COVID, how the hell are you making that the biggest issue facing us then?
Ooh-wee. Boy, I'm telling you something. This is the playbook right here. See, you have to be attentive and just watch the techniques of Jason. Dr. Neely fully say this. You can get the answers you want with a series of questions. And you notice he fumbling and bumbling around the place. He tripping over his shoelaces and he tripping over his own foot because he don't have no answers, because he know right now he have been had. You heard? Family, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Come on back to see me. You know what I do over here. Go ahead and click and come on back to see me. But do anybody see what's going on? This guy can't even answer simple questions. He is so concerned about the black folks, so he don't even know the numbers. See, the catch is this, family. He is so concerned because the news told him so. ABC told him. NBC told him. CBS, CNN, Fox News, Stormfront East. Shout out to Professor Black Truth. That's who told him. They believe everything these people come and say. And that's the problem with most of our people. They don't believe the master teachers that come with the information, something that you can verify. Because like I told you earlier, I don't take nobody's word. I go and check. That keeps everybody honest. Huh? Did you catch that? Check behind me. That keep everybody honest, man. But some people will believe everything that come on the news. They be fear-mongering people. They do all sorts of tactics on the news. This guy can't even tell you why it's the biggest issues facing black people. Because he getting his information from elsewhere. If you gonna get your information from somebody, make sure the sources are credible, family. Just make sure the sources are credible. That's all that I'm saying. This guy couldn't even answer the population of black people in America. He couldn't answer that. Jason said, well, okay, how many black folks have died? Well, what am I, a statistician? But, no, he's so concerned. Boy, I tell you, they got our people in a trick bag, bruh. That's just the short and the long of it. They got our people in a trick bag. God almighty. Moving right along, family.
Wait a minute. See, now this is the thing again you're revealing yourself on. You're making it seem as though the COVID is not dangerous. And
I didn't say it's not dangerous. I'm saying it's not the most dangerous. No, I'm saying that you're telling us it's the most dangerous issue.
Do the right things to protect themselves and their families.
Sir, you're saying that it's the most. No, sir, you're saying that you support Biden and Harris because COVID is. Sir, don't talk over me again. You said that COVID is the most dangerous issue facing us and that was why you voted for Biden and Harris. I'm proving to you it's not.
Yeah.
Will you admit that you're an idiot or a liar or both and just grow up?
I'm not going to admit to being an idiot or a liar because the COVID is dangerous, man.
Nobody said there are a lot of things that are dangerous. Sir, there are a lot of things that are dangerous. Why are you signaling this one out? There are a lot of things more dangerous than COVID. Why are you singling it out?
The reason why, Jason, is because the entire economy has shut down in various places because of it.
No, you did it because you're gullible and you are wound up like a doll and you're a puppet who just does whatever these white politicians tell you. That's why.
Government agencies making people go and work from home. What are you talking about?
Okay,
Jason?
Sir, does the government lie?
What are you talking
Sir,
about?
Does the government
if it was
lie?
A lie? Why the whole government was shutting down?
Sir,
don't tell me one of these people,
I'm
man.
asking you a simple question. I'm asking you a simple question. Do governments lie?
Yeah.
Do governments lie?
It happens, but to what point are you going to lie? What benefit is that, man?
The benefit. You know what the benefit is? The benefit is this guy voted for them without even thinking. That's the benefit. Non-thinking, gullible, PBS, Burton Ernie type intellects vote without thinking. He literally sat here and started off by saying, COVID is the most dangerous, biggest priority, biggest problem that we face. It's the reason that black folk are starving and homeless in the streets. So since black people have been starving and homeless in the streets since March, or at least, what's he going to try to say? Well, it wasn't a crisis until March. Black people have been homeless. We are always the hardest hit by anything that happens. The real problem is, why are we always the hardest hit? And the reason for that, it doesn't matter if it's COVID, the flu, birth, mortality rates. It doesn't matter what you name. We're always the most hurt by everything. But the reason for that isn't Donald Trump. All of these things can be tied back to white supremacy and systemic racism. And this guy, when asked, why do you support Biden and Harris? What's the biggest issue facing black people? He said, COVID. And when you take a look at what Ayanna Pressley said, why, she said the same thing. Amazing, isn't it? So all of these bootlicking, old-time, good-time religion Negroes going to church every week, listening to these mush-mouthed, buttermilk, biscuit-eating politicians, telling them, oh, white supremacy ain't the issue. Why, COVID is the issue. And then when you ask them, give me the numbers, because I can tell you how many people die in car accidents. I can tell you how many people die from heart disease. I can tell you how many people die from, cell phones. But when it comes to COVID, you're telling me that's bigger than those. So I'm asking you, okay, great. Give me the numbers so that I can see it's a bigger threat than all these other dangerous things. All these other things are dangerous. How did this one get leapfrogging the rest of them in priority? Well, just listen to me. I'll tell you. And then guys like this, they don't think, they just respond. They don't think, they just follow. And I'm very glad that he called in, because he is the quintessential example of the non-thinking, ignoramus, childlike, idiotic, gullible, completely illegitimate individual. That's the kind of person you have to be to support this. Oh yeah, and one more thing, most important, he don't give a damn about black people. He talked the whole time about people. He knows nothing about black people. He doesn't even know how many of us there are in America. He didn't address black people as the issue. He didn't talk about black people as the subject. He doesn't give a damn about black people. And that's why he supports them. It doesn't offend him that they are not discussing a black agenda, because this nigga don't have a black agenda. He's got a human agenda.
So and that's being disrespectful, right? So we talk about people, and this is what we do. This is how we do. And so what we do is put people on mute. So then you get this whole other kind of narrative as though, you know, people are.
How many years have you spent in prison? How many years did you spend in prison?
How many years? Well, say that again.
You go ahead and tell people the truth. How many years did you spend in prison?
Hold on a second. First of all, you done had me sitting there on mute while you sit over here running this whole character game show that you're doing. Number one, I haven't been in prison before, bro.
You're lying. You're lying. You're lying.
What do you do for a day job?
You're lying.
What do you do for a day job?
This is prison babble.
What do you do for a day job?
This is prison babble.
What do you do for a day job?
Nobody talks like this unless they've done time in the pen. Nobody talks like this.
Oh, not at all, sir. Not at all. Not at all. And I'm not sitting there just saying.
Yeah, if they ain't, when a fella ain't did time in the pen, there's no way that happens.
Remember Malcolm X and them. Some of them was telling brothers come out of prison. So I think you
would Malcolm X have come out of prison talking about COVID-19
or unintelligent?
Hang up,
that's offensive in itself.
Sir. Hang up the phone. Yeah. You've served your purpose.
Just hang up. But let me ask you a question.
Okay, sir.
What do you do for a living?
Sir,
what do you do for a living?
Sir, I have investments. I'm a person who produces. I've done my bit.
Oh, you investment.
But the real issue here is what, sir, the real issue here is you can't even tell us what it is the black agenda is. Wall Street cat. So I am not a Wall Street cat. My CPA is a Wall Street cat. And yes, he does very well. And yes, he has helped me to do very well. You're absolutely correct about now that part. You would be correct. No, I'm not a Wall Street cat. My CPA is. My CPA is one. My former lawyer, is a Wall Street cat. So yeah. I will cop to that one. If you want to hate me because of that, hate away. But I would advise you, get your weight up, not your hate up. Get your weight up, not your hate up. So it is what it is.
As you can see, every time Jason asks him a question, he always backpedaling. He look like Michael Jackson up in his prime, doing the moonwalk. God, just backing up off of everything. That's when you know that you don't have a unified ideology. Huh? Because you got to backpedal and shuffle your feet and do the two-step and do all of this shucking and jiving, and you have no answers. And it makes you look like a total fool because you can't do nothing with the truth. It's something about the truth that makes people look like buffoons and idiots. That's how the truth make you look. Instead of fighting the truth, just accept it. And remember, the truth is harsh sometimes. I mean, let's just be honest. The truth will outright offend you at times. But it's one thing though, you don't never do. You don't never fight the truth. You don't never wrestle with the truth. Huh? Go check out this channel, guys, the Black Channel on YouTube. You see your screen, and go check out the business as well. I promise you that you won't be disappointed. Do me a favor, family. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Go ahead and click it. Go ahead and hit that like button for me because I'm trying to get into the algorithm. And you know how YouTube be hating it. censoring people. Go ahead and hit that share button, fam. Go ahead and hit the cash app. Support my channel, fam. And there is another option under the video called the Super Thanks. Go ahead and click it. You can donate there as well. I appreciate you in advance. And like how I always tell you, fam, I appreciate you tenfold over. And remember, there is more. Peace.